being the new face of agriculture here in the territory, I believe I bring to the table here my policy making background. We are sorting and sourcing sources of revenue for the department. Usually agriculture is an underfunded agency. We can't meet the demands on us. So we've been reaching out and connecting with our federal partners. And of course, just a good understanding of government allows us to kind of sow through some of the bureaucracy, though it's still challenging. And of course, with a vision, having been a senator for the past 14 years, with a focus on agriculture, we're able to actually execute some legislation that I was successful in passing and trying to get some of those programs online. It is our intention, our bottom line at the end of at least my term as commissioner, is that we want to see food production, local food production increase so that it's less dependency on imports. And I'm happy to say that we've seen a stark increase in the amount of licensed farmers and their productivity. The program we currently have, which the farmers are taking advantage of, is through our marketing division. We currently purchase the farmers' produce from them at the marketing division. We have the Backyard Farmers program about to get online. That is for if you're doing just a space in your backyard, you'll also be able to not only sell your produce to the marketing division, but also the marketing division will help you to get implements in different agricultural commodities to help you increase your capacity. Of course, we have a demonstration garden going on where the department itself is taking a couple of acres and cultivating it as a demonstration to see what can happen. We're about to collaborate with an organization, the Collective Collaboration, which take care of homeless people on the streets, to engage them in a farming program that they want to participate in. We have moved the Saturdays market to what we're now calling the Farmers Exchange at the Saturdays market, and that's here at the Rudolph Schulterburn Agricultural Grounds. So every Saturday, we have a big marketplace taking place here on the grounds, which we're quite proud of. The diversity of the audience coming in is super. We're looking to collaborate and encourage the 4-H and the Future Farmers of America, because the idea is to stream young people into farming activities so that we can definitely build the interest. Something we're also doing is working on our water. We are going to clean out some of our ponds in the back. In St. Thomas, we're working on doing an assessment of particularly the Bordeaux area so that we can fix our water problem once and for all. There is a demand on the water there, particularly in Bordeaux, that we have challenges in meeting. And here in St. Croix, we're doing a lot better. But as you know, we go through drought season, and during those seasons, we see the hard impact on the farmers. So currently, we import around 97% of our food. The irony in that is that on St. Croix in particular, every acre of this island, St. Croix, was under production under Danish rule. We provided food not only for the inhabitants of the island, but we provided food for Denmark and other Scandinavian countries. So the ability to provide more food is there and has been proven already. And it is our interest to reduce that amount. Any reduction will be a success. And the idea is to first build consistency amongst the farmers, increase their capacity, and then build consistency, so then we can actually start talking to the grocers about getting more local produce, reducing the import, reducing the garbage footprint, by the way. And it'll be better for our economy, because the people that goes to work in producing food, that's employment here as well. So it's our hope if we can get it reduced by 10% in the next 2 years, that'll be beautiful. Again, it's going to take farmers being involved, and we as a Department of Agriculture, we facilitate as much as we can to encourage farmers along the way. As you know, the St. Croix Abattoir and the St. Thomas Abattoir are the only licensed, USDA licensed abattoir in the territory. We provide slaughter for the farmers. We, again, in trying to intend to reduce imports. The challenge we have over the years since vacuum packed freezing came online, it has challenged not only our jurisdiction but any jurisdiction, because those things are being marketed as fresh meat. when in fact they are frozen and shipped in. There is a benefit to fresh food, as you know, and with the abattoir being online, and we've had our challenges, but now we're back up to snuff. We've made our certification. We're going to a new validation period. We'll be able to continue to offer slaughtering services to the farmers in the territory. I want it to be known that bush kills are in fact illegal, and anything coming from the slaughterhouse has that USDA stamp on it. So we slaughter cattle, goat, sheep, pigs. We don't do chickens just yet. We don't do rabbits just yet, unfortunately. COVID has impacted the Department of Agriculture as it had the entire globe. There have been some positives and some negatives. The positive has been, I think, the anxiety in individuals realizing that food security is at risk. They've been coming in, pouring in. Many backyard gardens have developed over the past several months. I've seen individuals proud coming in, showing their pictures of what has grown and developed over the years. They didn't know they had it in them. And we continue to encourage individuals to do that, be part of the food supply chain. We've had challenges in ordering certain supplies that is needed because of shipping restrictions due to COVID. We have increased costs for security. Of course, you know, we are cleaning our custodial services due to extra cleaning. We have to do sanitization. Those things are costs to be encumbered. But all in all, you know, we feel like we're making it through. We appreciate the increase in the market with people looking for fresh food. So I think COVID has had a silver lining for us, and that is we've seen, due to individuals, the fear they have, that we've seen them planting food, cultivating food very seriously. So that's a plus, and we believe, of course, fresh food helps with better health. So that's an additional plus. The Agricultural Food Fair of the Virgin Islands, it is hosted here on the Rudolph Schalterbrunn Agricultural Grounds. It is actually hosted by an Ag Fair board, which was created by a former commissioner of the Department of Agriculture for the sole purpose of putting on an annual Ag Fair. That too has been impacted by COVID. We are the Ag Fair 2021, which is going to be our 50th anniversary Ag Fair. We have a theme, agriculture, a golden opportunity to grow. That has been postponed from February to Memorial Day weekend in May. And again, that's due to COVID, and hoping that everything still pans out during that time. We will have a virtual presentation during February as usual, during the usual fair time, but we can't have a virtual replace what should be our 50th. We think it's a grand time, a grand event. The Ag Fair, I as Commissioner of Agriculture sit as the chair of the Ag Fair board, and of course our employees are here, the staff of the Department of Agriculture are primarily responsible for getting the grounds prepared and ready for the volume of people who comes to here during that weekend. And of course all of us look forward to the Ag Fair weekend. It's like the Virgin Islands family reunion. So it's a big thing for us. It's a big fundraiser for many of the farmers, many of the vendors. We as a department, we don't necessarily make money off of the fair. We are partner in providing the fair along with the University of the Virgin Islands. If you're interested in becoming part of the agricultural community, providing some facilities or commodities for agriculture, we are definitely in need of a processing plant where we can do packaging, we can do labeling, we can turn food into value-added products. Many of our residents, as you know, they're good at making preservatives and other value-added commodities. However, to do so on a larger commercial scale where we can put them in stores and even ship off island, I think will help. We have so many fruits that go to waste. If there was some way that we can get some company established that would take these fruits and do something with them, and there's some interest, you know, that we have a lot of waste of mangoes, a lot of star fruit, a little guava, you name it. All these fruits are wasted, and they can actually be turned into dollars. And I want people to look around your yard, look around your farms. I mean, you're talking about from moringa leaves, moringa seeds, hibiscus flowers, and just all of the things that can be used that are just wasted away. So we would like companies who are interested in helping to facilitate the farming community here, mostly machinery. Of course, land prep is a big issue, a big challenge for us here as a department, because we offer land preparation at cost below market value, and thus we have a big bulk of the farmers waiting on us. What we're trying to do, if there's companies that can come in there that can perhaps provide low cost loans so that they can purchase these, so each farmer, can have certain implements on their own, so that they can do some of their own land prep until we can get around to do some of the bigger, take care of some of their bigger needs. No object. If money was no object, we definitely would we would be building a new administration building, which could be a grand style. It look like one of the historical grand houses, great houses, and this time not for master, but for us as the Department of Agriculture. If money was no object, we'll have a big warehouse where all of our tractors and bulldozers can be properly housed. If money was no object, we'll rebuild our marketing building with the proper freezers and tables to accommodate our packaging and intake, and maybe a conveyor belt when farmers can drop their produce, and instead of our staff having to lift them up to move them around, that we can actually move them and do categorizing the food, A, B, C, etc. If money was no object, we'll clear down a lot of our lands that are now just with overgrown bush, so that they can be more attractive, and we can see and people interested in farming will better be able to liquidate our land stock by leasing them out. If money was no object, we'll have all of the personnel we'll need, especially when it comes to land prep. We're in desperate need of heavy equipment operators, laborers. This is a beautiful compound, but it takes a lot of laborers' hours to keep it maintained. So we're just hoping that one day we're to the point where money is actually no object, and we're able to establish even an agricultural authority, so that we can actually have an entity that's commercially pushing the agricultural industry. Money was no object. What will the Department of Agriculture do for the community? We'll perhaps help several farmers, serious farmers, establish a greater capacity by building some infrastructure on their grounds for them. Many don't have any packaging house. Many don't have even any place to safely keep their animals. Many don't have fencing. So with money was no object, we'll select those farmers who are serious and see how we can help them to build their capacity, get the infrastructure to better accommodate the capacity which we're getting to. Farming takes some level of personal responsibility, so we can't hand it over to you, and neither do we encourage that. But I know that the cost of insurance, especially for livestock owners, is huge, and maybe we could subsidize that, and maybe low interest loans for farmers to actually even purchase some of their own equipment, so that they're not waiting on the Department of Agriculture. And what we'd like to do and like to bring back, we had a husbandry program, animal husbandry program, where we will be bringing some special stock of animals to allow for breeding and help them to increase their stock. Like once upon a time, people don't know it, we had this special type of pig that was good for dealing with the heated area, and would give good nice meats, and we use those as breeding stock. I would like to get back to doing some of that, so that we can of course increase our capacity. If I can encourage individuals to understand, when we talk about agriculture and we think about providing food, clothing, shelter, fuel, understand that agriculture itself is sustainability. And I want to encourage people to preserve your life by one, eating fresh food, yes, by understanding that fresh food equals fresh enzymes equal healthier bodies, yes. But holistically, how do we fit into what's happening here globally? How do we fit into life? People, we're under new times. There's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety. It's important to take a step back, to get a lot of self-reflection. And of course, your diet is important in doing so. Taking that time out to just stop, quiet your mind, still yourself. We can't stay on the go and act like things are normal. There's a new normal, and it's changing by the days, by the week, by the minutes. So I would encourage you in this time, to take time to focus on your self-growth, your inner self, and then let the growth from your inner self come outwards and help us heal the world. Too much fear in the world right now, too much anxiety in the world, too much anger in the world, from national politics to this COVID and other disease around the world right now. It can be overwhelming, and it is. And there are many of us, because we're forced to be strong, we're forced to appear to be strong, we don't take the time to check our mental health, to check our spiritual health, to check our physical health, because we're just on the go. So my words of wisdom to you is to take time with you, about you, to know you.